dip, potato chip, dip, dip, potato chip, dip, dip, potato chip, dip, dip, potato. What's up, friends of the good moon? This is Manni, and welcome to a mobile match here on Yamantau with my low-level Griffin and the low-level pin and Tulumbas on it. I want to show you how we can have results that go off the scale, like really crazy damage output with this low-level weapon combination based on splash damage, basically, and the fact that on this map you can really snipe very well with those 500 meters range. I already started firing here already, even though the bot was not even in range yet, because I know I was at the same level of height, and my missiles, although they will not hit directly, will still be able to splash him and do a bunch of damage, and that's what I've done very successfully here. Now, the enemy team has the beacon, right? And that's kind of the requirement for this, you know, match to end up being so effective, because now they keep spawning there, and I can just splash in there the whole time, and I'm probably dealing damage to 2 or sometimes 3, maybe even sometimes 4 people at the same time. Keep in mind we're having level 8 pins and level 8 Tulumbas on this low-level Griffin, level 6 I believe. And, or is it, I think it might be level 6. So, we're having super low weapons, and we're playing somewhere in the higher Diamond League, I think. So, also here, the enemies, it must be said that the enemies who I'm facing off here are mostly using level 10 plus stuff. So maybe some bots are level 9 or something, because that's where how you get the highest speed, right? But the weapons mostly are level 10 to level 11, sometimes often even level 12. And my stuff with level 8 is just really problematic here. But thanks to the splash damage and the fact that I could really just snipe so well from this place, I'm still allowed to do a whole lot of damage. You guys saw that guy sneaking around the backside, right? We're having him still in mind. But here it is. He's trying to capture this point, and I'm trying not to have that happen. So, boom, 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 boom. There we go. And I think it was it a Garrett maybe? He's got destroyed really quickly there. And we're still here. We haven't even really been fired upon by anything for reals. We've just been splashing the hell out of these guys all the time, right? So, yeah, let's keep doing that. And, yeah, so one thing I think I need to mention at this point is that you guys keep wanting me to play on mobile. I think you just love to see me getting my butt handed to me, isn't it? You just want to see me suffer. I think that's the case, because you know that my stuff on mobile is very low compared to other people I'm facing off, and so I'm getting a really hard time to perform well on these matches. It's so that normally I still end up being somewhere second, sometimes first, mostly second, sometimes third in the damage meters or something. But, you know, I have to play exceptionally well in order to get there, because the enemies they require half as long to get the same amount of damage done. You know what I mean? So that's something you have to keep in mind here, guys. Now, thanks to this absolute insane splash damage we have done and the support from our team, we were able to somehow now sneak in there and get that middle beacon. I'm not sure why the enemy weren't spawning in the middle anymore. Maybe I think, and that's what I think happened here, they rushed through all the splash damage. I had somebody else with me. Somewhere around me is another Griffin with Tulumbas and pins, and he's firing all the time at the same time I am in the middle, and we were both splashing in there. And I think what happened here is that the enemies kept spawning in there, in the middle beacon, with all their knife bots, all their close distance bots all the time. And with splash damage and fire, you know, suppression fire, basically they ran through their bots so fast that most of their knife bots, or close quarter combat bots, are gone now. What I have left now is some medium range, maybe long range snipers, right? Or supporters from medium range. So that's why they didn't spawn at the middle beacon anymore. That's why they're now spawning in the back there, because they don't have the close range bots anymore. And that is that very interesting example of how the tide of this match can turn. You can control that middle beacon for so long and still lose. Here I'm making a mistake. I was gonna hit him with my full broad salvo there, but the jump put me above the 500 meters range just by an inch. So half of my missiles went in there and didn't hit anything. That was unfortunate. But yeah, so it's a really interesting example of how you can have the map control the whole time on this map and still lose, because having the map control makes you spawn on that one place where everyone is firing at. And you're going to end up losing the match because you've run through all your bots on one side of the team, while the other one's just enjoying the shooting range there, right? So, yeah, really interesting matchup here. One that you're not seeing so often, but quite sometimes, right? You do see that happening, not that rarely. That one side controls the middle beacon for such a long time, but eventually is out of bots to hold it until the very end. It was very, very well balanced right now. When we take a look at the cap points, it's so that it's almost 50-50, right? But we have now the three things, and they're coming in with Garrett's now, Galahad's, I'm sorry, there's a Galahad coming in, and the other guy with me, I think it's also a Griffin, it's just, we're just splashing him away with the Tulumba and Pin, the combination, the RD, is it that, death button? RDB, yeah, I think you call that the Russian death button. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what you call that, the Russian death button, as in the version with a 500 meters range, right? But yeah, I've gotten confused with something else that is also called RDB. It's just the also death button and then rocket death button. Yeah, there's also the rocket death button, which is also RDB. So you guys need to let me know which one is now the real one, and whether or not it's gonna be the RDB Russian or just rocket death button. So it's so cool, you can even splash people in mid-air when jumping with these Tulumbas and Pin, because the splash damage is so high, and if you lead the target well, you can do that so easily. And the enemies are down to 2 bots now. We're here still with 5 of them, and I think only one of our people has rushed through all his bots. Maybe he was the most important guy who captured the middle beacon, who knows, right? And yeah, pretty cool match so far, and I think that match was recorded before I had the Haeshi dash bot. That was right before the black market came, so I didn't have it then. Now I'm having the Haeshi, and I love using it with Oricans. It's so powerful. I'm also going to give it a try with the Tyrants, guys. So in case you're wondering how well the Tyrant Haeshi is going to perform, this is something you will probably see really early on within the next days or week on my channel here. I just need to get those Tyrants ready and fit it in there. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. The round is over, we have made a victory out of it, and with that other, you know, RDB Griffin that we had with us, that was really quite some damage. 1,041,000 damage with low-level stuff. I mean, this is just, we have only been using that one bot. The rest of my bots have even lower weapons, some of them. I think my Ancelot has only level 7 Ancel and level 7 Tyrants, for example, and yeah, that's how it looks like across the board for me on mobile, so I'm gonna have to perform very well in order to do something like that. And in this case, it wasn't really massive skill that got me there, like, let's be honest. In this map, it was just the situation that allowed me to get to where I'm here. The fact that they had this middle beacon, I was allowed to splash in there the whole time. And of course, trying to maximize the splash damage. If you have splash damage on your weapons, guys, try to go for splash damage and multiple hits, right? Because you can do that. You can do that very well. Try not to focus on guys with energy shields. You're not going to deal any damage. You won't even get through the shields very effectively. Try to focus on people with physical shields. That's where you can really inflict some damage, because you will take down that physical shields faster, and you'll take down the bot at the same time, and your teammates, they will benefit from you taking down the shield passively too, so they can start dealing damage earlier too, right? It's a very useful thing to do. And, you know, sometimes you just get in this dream situation where we're here and end up being on top with that, with low-level stuff. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye.